You're listening to Page Flippers Take on the World from Brooklyn Public Library, a podcast where kids save the day by exploring their interests, discovering new books, and talking to real live experts. If you can take over the show, you can take on the world.
Hey, Rachel. I see why you like to hang out in the arts and crafts room. It's so quiet in here. Rachel, where are you?
I'm cutting off my leg, Shanitha.
You're cutting off your leg.
I'm cutting off my leg.
Rachel, the library is not the place for major surgery.
I mean with a crayon.
Well, that's gonna take a while. Is that you over there on the floor?
Yes. I'm trying to trace my body on butcher paper with a crayon. I can't reach my foot and keep cutting it off.
Oh, I think you just need some help. There's no I in team. Here, lay back down and let me try. Done.
Shanitha, that's amazing. Very postmodern.
Oh, it's time to start the Page Flipper meeting. And the magic.
Let's take the magic book shoot.
Hey, you all out there? Want to come with us? Just close your eyes and...
I'm really good at cooking.
That's so cool. Maybe one day you'd like to work as a chef, or own a restaurant, or write cookbooks.
I can draw a really amazing monster. I'm really good at painting.
Wow! Maybe you'd like to be an illustrator for books, or work as a computer animator for movies or video games. Page Flippers, take on the world. 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 I can do so many things. I read about the things I dream. I flip pages like a chef flips pancakes. I'm a page flipper. I can do anything. Page Flippers, take on the world. Page Flippers, take on the world. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Page Flippers Club. For those of you who are here for the first time, I'm Librarian Shanitha.
And I'm Librarian Rachel. And I hereby call to order this meeting of Page Flippers, kid book lovers who want to be the best readers and the best people they can be. You know what we love to say. We flip pages like a chef flips pancakes.
That's right. To start off our Page Flipper meeting, let's do our imagination recitation.
Everybody join in.
Want to travel the world? Just flip a page. Want to save the day?
Just flip a page.
The story I make is up to me.
The story I make is up to me.
We'll make our world what we want it to be.
Make our world what we want it to be.
When we meet in this library space,
When we meet in this library space,
We change it to a magical place.
we change it to a magical place.
now the magic can really start.
What is that? It looks like some crazy magical machine. It's got lots of buttons and levers. Whoa!
Whoa is right. It's the Whoa Gizmo.
What does it do?
Some incredible things. But it can't do anything until it gets to know our star page flipper.
So let's get to it. Today's star page flipper is Ada. Ada, would you like to introduce yourself?
My name is Ada, and I'm 8 years old, and I live in Brooklyn.
Let's hear it for Ada.
Today, Page Flipper Ada is leading the show. During the Page Flipper meeting, we'll find out more about Ada's interests.
Ooh, and then we get to find her the perfect book. That's my favorite part.
Mine too. Because when we read, we go on adventures and learn more about the things that interest us. You know, things that make you go, ooh.
Librarian Shanitha, don't you have a song about that?
I sure do. Tell me the things you like, what makes your heart sing. Stuff that makes you happy, your favorite things.
I to be a mermaid.
Things you love to do and learn about. Things that make you shout out. Ooh. Oh, things that make you go ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh. Oh, things that make you go ooh, ooh, ooh.
I like playing with blocks. I like to play games, and I'm good at reading.
Shout out to the page flippers on this week's Ooh Song, Clement, Zoe, and Ovadia.
And any page flipper can be a part of our Ooh Song. We'll tell you more about how you can do that at the end of our meeting.
Ada, since you're the star page flipper today, tell us, what makes you go ooh?
I really like drawing and reading and playing guitar.
What kind of books do you like to read?
Well, I really like graphic novels, and I like a series called Amulet. I actually like a lot of graphic novels, and I like the Babysitter's Club books.
If you could do anything when you grow up, what would you do?
I want to be a surgeon, but then when I retire, I'm going to move to the Catskills with my kids and become an artist.
Wow, you really have it all planned out. I love it.
Ada, if you're ready for the Whoa Gizmo, it's ready for you. Pull the lever and see what comes out.
It's a book! Human Body Theater by Maris Wicks.
Book Talk!
Have you ever wondered what it looks like underneath your skin? Where do all your organs live? And what about your bones and blood? Well, now you can find out without operating on your friends. Human Body Theater is a comic that takes you on a journey from the inside out, starting with the skeleton and ending with your skin. You'll learn cool facts about microscopic cells, the mysterious inner ear, and why we bleed. I think you'll love exploring the body through these awesome illustrations and funny, entertaining text.
What do you think, Ada? Want to check this book out?
Yeah!
Oh, the Whoa Gizmo's moving and shaking? Is that a screen appearing?
Oh, it must be a call coming through. Go ahead and start your video and unmute yourself. I think the Whoa Gizmo has a call just for you.
Hi, I'm Dr. Phoenicia. I hear there's someone named Ada here who wants to be a surgeon and an artist.
That's me!
Hi, Ada. So you're interested in medicine?
Yes, I am. Can you tell me more about what you do?
Sure. Being a surgeon is both challenging and it's fun. When I walk into the hospital, I don't know what the day will bring, and that's really exciting.
What made you want to be a surgeon?
Well, I've wanted to be a doctor ever since I was really small. And in medical school, I just fell in love with anatomy. And then when I was finally able to observe the surgeons in the operating room, I was absolutely hooked. And as a surgeon, you have the honor of using your hands to help people, and I think that's very special.
Is there lots of blood when you operate? Is it ever icky?
Sometimes, yes, but one of our jobs as a surgeon is to make the bleeding stop. It's actually something that we measure and control. So as surgeons, we're very happy when the patient loses as little blood as possible.
How are you able to use art as a doctor?
So for me, being an artist and a doctor goes hand in hand. I've had to learn how to keep my hands steady, and I see the tissue differently in the operating room because I'm an artist. Before I operate on somebody, I always like to draw out pictures so they can understand their anatomy and the procedure to be done, and I think that's a really helpful skill. And both in the OR and in the art studio, everything is about focus and mindfulness. Nothing else matters other than the person in front of you and the task at hand.
How do you help your community?
Well, I help my community by showing up to work every day with compassion for my patients. I know that the doctor's office and the hospital are really scary places to be. So regardless of day or night, if it's a weekend or a holiday, when I see a patient, I always come prepared to listen.
If you have kids, how do you have enough time to do everything? How do you juggle your personal life with being a doctor?
So at this point in my life, I do not have children, but I know many surgeons who are moms and dads. And these days, you'll see a lot more surgeons with pregnant bellies in the operating room. I'm certainly at the stage in my career where I am working a lot of hours. It can be a little challenging at times, but I have a really supportive network of family and friends. So whenever I do have that time off, I really enjoy it, and I'm very present with my family and friends.
When you have a surgery, what are some things you have to remember?
I have to remember to be calm so my hands are steady. And I have to be careful and precise. I wanted to ask you, Ada, how did you get interested in surgery?
I don't know. I've just always been interested in it. In fact, at my dad's house, I have real bandages and a real stethoscope.
Wow. What do you use the stethoscope for?
I like pretending to do it on stuffed animals. Plus, I don't, but if I ever wanted to open up a stuffed animal, the good thing is I know how to sew, so...
That's great. I used to love to sew so much at your age, too. In the operating room, when we sew patients together, it's very similar. It's basically the same thing. You're on your way, Ada.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. It was so nice talking to you, Ada.
Bye, Dr. Phoenicia.
Bye. Come back and see us anytime.
Okay, page flippers, to end our page flipper meeting, it's time to grab a grown-up.
Yeah, and if your mama or your auntie or your daddy is washing dishes or something, just turn up the volume on this one.
Shake your head up and down.
Snap your fingers with us now.
If you can't snap, clap your hands.
Side to side, just do your dance.
Grab your grown-up. Grab your grown-up.
Just do your dance. Take 'em by the hand.
Grab your grown-up. Just grab your grown-up. Grab your grown-up. Take 'em by the hand. Take 'em by the hand. Grab your grown-up. Woo! Do a little dance. Grab your grown-up. Yeah.
Don't stop now. Just take 'em by the hand.
Grab your grown-up.
Look at that.
Do a little dance. Do a little grab your grown-up. Shake, shake, and do your little dance now.
Here's our grown-up moment for today. Brooklyn Book Match. Are you and your family getting into a reading rut? Tired of reading the same old books? I know, I love War and Peace too, but just how many times can we keep rereading it? Then sign up for Brooklyn Book Match. It's easy. Just fill out an online form sharing your reading interests, and a real BPL librarian will put together a customized reading list for you or your child based on those interests. How cool is that? Simply go to bklynlibrary.org/bookmatch.
Did you know that the book we shared with Ada, Human Body Theater, is an actual book? You can check it out from your public library. Plus, we have a whole list of other books about being a surgeon on our website. Grown-ups, head to bklynlibrary.org/pageflippers to learn more.
Oh, and kids, if you want to join our Song, ask your grown-up to use their smartphone or computer to record you saying something that makes you go, ooh.
Yeah, you know, things like, I love to ride my bike, or I like swimming at the beach.
Or, I like swimming at the beach on my bike.
Maybe you shouldn't do both at the same time.
Yeah, that does sound pretty hard.
Whatever it is you like to do, have your grown-up record you and then email the file to podcast with an S on the end at bklynlibrary.org.
That's it. Page flippers, see you in 2 weeks on our podcast feed. Or anytime at the library.
That was such a good page flipper meeting. If pages were pancakes, you'd have to roll me out of here.
Hey, Ada, do you mind grabbing Harvey out of the closet on our way out of the meeting room?
Harvey?
Harvey is a skeleton.
A skeleton?
Harvey is a skeleton made of plastic, and Rachel is very proud of him.
He's the main attraction to my big library lab science program tomorrow. The kids are gonna go wild.
Okay. Oh no!
What?
He's missing his head.
Harvey lost his head? He was always so calm. How did this happen? It's okay. It's okay. I'll just put this cow puppet on him and no one will notice. Right?
This is not good.
The kids will be so bummed. No bones about it.
Wait. The skull is here at the bottom of the closet. I know what has to happen. I just have to stay calm so my hands are steady. And I have to be careful and precise, like Dr. Fenicia said. A needle and some thread, please. And some cookies.
Cookies?
I think better with cookies.
I've got a needle and thread from the knitting club.
And strangely, and yet not strangely, I have cookies in my pocket.
Thanks. Okay, stand back. To be a surgeon, you have to have steady fingers. I'm going to loop the head through the neck hook. Attach it just so. Now I'll tie a careful and precise knot. I think I've done it!
It worked! Harvey is saved! Once again, our page flippers came to the rescue by reading books and asking the right questions.
Page flippers, there are so many things you're good at. So many things you can learn and so many great things you can do. Page flippers unite! Wait a minute. I think we surprised them. They didn't say it with us. Let's all say it together. All the page flippers listening out there, I'm looking at you.
Okay, on the count of 3, we'll all say, Page Flippers Unite. 1, 2, 3.
Page Flippers Unite!
Page Flippers Take on the World is brought to you by Brooklyn Public Library. It's produced by Virginia Marshall and hosted by me and Rachel Tiemann. Our script is written by Virginia, Rachel, and me.
Original music from Ty Friesen and Shanitha Friesen. Maddie Flythe and Meryl Friedman designed our logo. Page Flippers Take on the World is produced with support from PRX and is made possible, in part, by a Ready to Learn grant from the U.S. Department of Education.
Our team of children's specialists and library professionals include Jessica Rowley, Rachel Payne, Fritzy Bodenheimer, and Kevin Kelly. Brian Muldoon was our program magician for this episode. He created programs that librarians and teachers can use for kids of all ages. And Sarah Egan made our book list. Check both of those out on our website, bklynlibrary.org/pageflippers.
Special thanks to Dr. Fenicia Mafucci, a real-life urologist in Philadelphia. Kid voices on the episode were Jack and Melina E., and Ada was our star page flipper.
See you next time at the Page Flipper meeting or wherever you get your podcasts.